What's up, all my inspirational tea sippers? This is Shantara, and I'm coming back to you guys with another video. I pray that you are well, doing amazing, feeling amazing, holding on to hope and faith. You guys, I just wanted to come to you and make a video about a meltdown that my daughter had the other day in quarantine, and just kind of like encourage you guys like I encouraged her, and just kind of talk about some of the things that we talked about the other day. So happy Saturday. I pray that you guys are really staying safe and being cautious and just praying. Please pray. Please pray. So everybody know what's going on. It's a given. We're on quarantine, and you know, tensions are really high. You can feel it outside. It's palpable. You know, everybody's kind of like on edge, and you notice it, you feel it. It's in the atmosphere. So teachers are now sending in the work for the kids. They're on the laptop. There's a lot of work to do. You got science, math, history, English, all this stuff. So my daughter had a misunderstanding and thought that they were doing it one by one, but you had to do it all together, and it's all due by the end of the week. So she was already overwhelmed with that. This is Deanna, my 13-year-old. She was already overwhelmed with that, and on top of everything that we have going on, right? So the other morning she woke up. What's today? Today's Saturday. This happened on Thursday. So on Thursday she woke up, and you know, her attitude changed. She wasn't really speaking to nobody. She kind of like came downstairs and just had this like weird look on her face. And prior to this, we had already been saying like, oh my gosh, and she kept saying like, dang, I just keep getting notifications on my phone about the corona, and I'm tired of this, and just making little comments like, I'm ready to go back outside. I can't wait to go to school and all of this stuff, right? So on Thursday, when she come downstairs, she got this weird look on her face or whatever. So I'm like, okay, you need to get up there and finish your work or whatever, this, that, or the other, right? And so I'm telling her like, it's okay, you know what I'm saying? Like, we're gonna get through this. Like, do not allow the enemy to play with your mind. Yes, we have all of this horrible stuff going on, I told her, but I just want to encourage you. So I was like, you know, don't be defeated or whatever. And she went to her room, and she was finishing cleaning up, and she was getting ready to start her work. And so I decided to go upstairs and just kind of talk to her. So I'm like, baby, what's going on? You know what I'm saying? Tell me what's going on. Talk to me. And she just started bawling, crying. She let out all of these emotions, like a complete meltdown. Because I go upstairs to tell her, baby, look, I want to encourage you on today. Like, I want to encourage you and just let you know that no matter what we see and no matter what's going on, you know, that God is still good in the midst of everything. You know what I'm saying? And I was telling her, like, this is a time to gather your thoughts and read, write. You know what I'm saying? I said, the people that you FaceTime with, I said, why don't y'all each write a chapter for a book or a story that you guys want to write. You know what I'm saying? You write a chapter, they write a chapter, and they write a chapter. You guys put it together and see what kind of story you can come up with. You know, try arts and craft. Pray. I told her this right now is the time where you build your relationship up with God. You see everything going on. Start praying for people. And she was telling me that she's been thinking about her dad, and she's been thinking about her brothers and sisters and back home in California, and they've been on her mind lately, and you know, she's just overwhelmed with everything that's going on, and she feels so sad, and her heart is broken, and she's very stressed. And she told me that she's depressed. You know what I'm saying? She's fallen into a depression. And I told her, the feelings that you feel are very valid, baby. I'm not here to justify anything. I've never even been through, you know, nothing major like this in the world in my 37 years of being here. So I told her, what you're feeling right now is validated. You're okay to have these feelings. It's okay to have these emotions. It's okay to feel what you're feeling. But at the end of the day, please don't forget that God is working this all out, that all things work together for our good. You know what I'm saying? And then when people are on your mind like that, pray for them. Pray for them and get creative. I said, but us being in quarantine right now, us being all together, is allowing us time to grow, to think, to meditate, to gain more wisdom. You know what I'm saying? I was telling her, work with your sister, cleaning out the bunny cage, and you know what I'm saying? So that you can learn how to talk to her better and build on that relationship, and learning how to talk to your brothers and sisters, and just being more aware of what's going on in your mental and your spiritual, and just letting the Lord know, like, Lord, this is too much for me. Talk to him. I told him, talk to him like you talk to me. You know what I'm saying? And she was also saying that she's kind of like afraid to talk to me. And one time they were in church, I think it was maybe like a month and a half back, and she said over half of the kids raised their hand and said that they were afraid to talk to their parents. They don't know why. They just were scared. And I can agree. I was that way as well, which is why I snuck around a lot as a younger child. But I don't want that to be with my daughter. So I told her, write me a letter. You know what I mean? I told her, if you are feeling a certain type of way, or if you are learning how to talk to me, write me a letter and I'll write you back. You know what I mean? Like, write me how you're feeling. Write me what's going on. It could be about anything. It could be about boys. It can be about school. It can be about stress. It can be about whatever you're feeling. Write me a letter and I will write you back. You know what I'm saying? And as we build that relationship, you'll be more comfortable to be open to talk to me and come to me. You may not agree with everything that I tell you, but I'm going to give you my perspective and allow you to make the necessary choices in life to do what you need to do and what you feel is best. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, and I was just telling her, like, it's okay. We all are feeling this way. We all are sad. We all are heartbroken. We all are feeling this heaviness and this burden. But I told her, at the end of the day, we all in here are still very much healthy. My sisters, nieces, nephews, aunts, uncles, so far everybody is still very healthy. So I told her, even in the midst of all of this stuff that's going on, we still have a lot to be thankful for. So don't lose sight of that. It's okay to cry. And I just held my baby in my chest and I just let her cry it out. You know what I'm saying? I just let her cry it out. I let her cry it out, baby. I understand. I get it. You are not alone in this fight, but we're going to get through this. We're going to get through it. Start building your relationship with God. Talk to him. Talk to him at night and pray. And so I was just letting her know, like, what you feel is okay. You know what I'm saying? But don't allow the enemy to rob you of what you know God has already done. You know what I'm saying? I told her, look at your brother. You know what I'm saying? All of that stuff that we went through, how God brought him out. We live with an everyday miracle every day. God woke us up today. Let's give thanks for that. I'm not saying, rush out of your feelings. No, go through what you're going through. Cry it out. There are times you go in your room and cry it out. Do whatever you have to do. But just remember that God is working all of this stuff out. And we are going to reap in due season if we do not faint. And that is just the honest to God truth. And that's what I was telling my baby. And I was just like thinking, after we had the conversation or whatever, I was thinking, a lot of times we kind of push kids to the back burner, or we go in a room, or grown-ups are talking, or you don't know what's going on. Right now at this time, I was thinking to myself after I was in prayer, and I was thinking, I'm going to be a little bit more sensitive in this season. You know what I mean? I'm going to lower my tone because I'm very loud and boisterous and over the top and theatrical all the time. Right now is not the time for me to be that way. I mean, this is a very joyful house. It's very bubbly. There's always a lot of pranks going on in here. The kids are always up and down. TJ's always ripping and running. All music. We're always laughing, dancing, all that stuff. That's fine. But for me as a parent in this season, I believe that I need to tone it down a little bit because these kids are stressed. These kids feel it. And even though they're kids, they still have these feelings. They still have these emotions. They still have the things that we deal with. You know what I mean? But they process it in a different way. So another thing I just wanted to point out, like, take it easy on the kids. You know what I'm saying? Kind of relax a little bit. Be gentle. Be easy. Be mindful that we as adults are not only experiencing this thing, but our children are experiencing this as well. You know what I mean? And they're hearing it and they're seeing it all across TikTok and, hearing it on the news as we're watching the news and keeping caught up. They feel it as well. You know what I mean? So just be mindful of everybody around you. Be mindful with your babies and kind of just take the tone down. Take the tone down, calm it down a little bit, and just be graceful. You know what I'm saying? Have a little bit more mercy. And that's kind of like where I'm at. Just keep the tone, calm it down a little bit, have a little bit more grace, have a little bit more patience with the chores and all that stuff, because there's a heaviness here. You know what I'm saying? There's a heaviness here. And it's not to deny, you know what I'm saying? Not saying that God ain't good and he can't do all that, but you have to sit and settle in the reality of what's going on. We know God is good. We know he's a healer. We know, despite the fact that these people are dying, that they still have the victory. You're either going to win or you're going to win. You know what I'm saying? There is no harm in death. We know that God, we have the victory. We know that. But at the end of the day, it's a hard pill to swallow. It's heavy. It's a burden. It's sad. It's depressing. You feel anxiety for these people. You mourn with these individuals that you see. I do. I'm speaking for myself. I mourn with the individuals online that I'm seeing that are losing families, friends, sisters, brothers, husbands. It burdens me. You know what I'm saying? So there is a heaviness with, and the Bible also tells us to mourn with each other, to cry with each other, to laugh with each other. So at this time, we all as a nation, we are hurting, and that includes our children. So take it easy on your babies. You know what I'm saying? Keep them covered. Pray for them. Do the best that you can. Talk to them. Allow them to open up to you and express how they're feeling right now at this time, because they are going through it as well. And when my baby had that meltdown, it just broke me. You know what I'm saying? And I cried as well with her. We cried together and we just, comforted each other. And I told her, I'm here to encourage you on today. You know what I'm saying? I just want to encourage you on today and lift your spirits. I cast down the spirit of depression. I cast down the spirit of anxiety. It has no place here. But know that the way you feel is valid, because we all are feeling that way. You know what I'm saying? But don't stay in it. Learn from it. This is where, you see the hand of God. You see what's going on. There are people that are recovering. There are, people out there that are just doing a wonderful job and just stepping up to the plate. People are playing music out, in their houses, out the windows to soothe and calm. There's so many other good things going on besides all the negative that what we're seeing. So if we can just kind of zone in on a lot of the positive things that are going on, it helps. It really, really does. It helps. God is still good. He's on the throne, and we are going to get through this. And I had to confirm that to my baby. We're going to make it. You know what I'm saying? And just thank God for where we are right now, and that everybody is healthy. Everybody is healthy right now, and not everybody is fortunate enough to be able to say that right now. So just count your blessings. Be thankful, be grateful, and just take it easy on the babies. Take it easy on them, because they are going through a lot. And I'm going to put the little clip at the end, and she's going to talk about, how she was feeling or whatever, what was going on. But that is what was on my heart, you guys. My baby had a complete meltdown in quarantine, and then trying to be strong for her and holding all this stuff in. Yesterday, it finally just hit me. Yesterday, I was catching up on the news, and the nurses, the doctors, you already know my field is healthcare. I always, wanted to be a nurse, have always started school but never finished it, and always worked in the home health care or direct care support staff. Like that's my field of work. So to see those workers crying and can barely speak and putting their life on the lines for other individuals and getting sick themselves, and watching husbands die who were perfectly fine just last month at Mardi Gras, and being in there by themselves and not being able to be with your family, the weight of it is so heavy. I completely lost it yesterday. I began to cry and weep and vomit and purge and pray and walk up and down my room, walk, and just praying and just pleading the blood of Jesus over the situation, and just praying for strength, and just letting the enemy know, like, yes, all of this is going on, babe, but you're still a liar. God is still good. He is still on the throne. Victory still belongs to us. You know what I'm saying? And the blood covers us all. The blood covers us all, and he is going to see us through. And if we can hold on to that truth in the midst of what is going on, knowing that God has never left us before, he's never forsaken us, and he's always brought us out of detrimental situations, he's going to do it again. He's going to do it again. He's God. He's God. And the Bible tells us to reign with Christ is to suffer with him. This is suffering. This is suffering. This is the cross. And people, I can't believe this is what else do you say? This is suffering. That's life. Life is part of life is suffering. You have the highs, you have the lows, you have the ups, you have the downs, and you have suffering. You know what I'm saying? And we are in a suffering season. We are, but we have to get through it, and we have to zoom in on who God is, what he is to us, and keeping his promises, and knowing that you reap in tears. Those who reap in tears shall sow in joy. You're gonna get through it. We're gonna get through it. So be encouraged on today. I pray to God that my words encouraged you. I had to encourage my baby. I'm encouraging my kids. I'm encouraging myself. Trying to stay in my word, you know what I'm saying? Trying to keep reminded of who God is and what he's going to do, and that the enemy is still a liar. He can do whatever he wants to do, but God still is going to get the victory. We have the victory. Victory belongs to Jesus, and if you're on his side, you are already a winner. So I pray for peace on today. I pray over your mind. I pray that God regulates your mind on today. I pray to God that, you keep your peace in the midst of this storm, that there's a peace, that there's a knowing in the back of your mind that we are going to get through this. And no matter what comes, no matter what goes, come hell or high water, we know that Satan is a liar and God is for us. And if God is for us, then who can be against us? Who can be against us? So I pray today that you are encouraged. I love you guys. Stay safe, stay determined, stay looking to the Lord. Look to the hills from which cometh your help, you guys. I am going to stay in prayer for you guys, praying for everything that's going on. I pray to God that you do your part as well. Until the next time, don't forget to rate, comment, and subscribe. Inspire, be inspired. I love you guys. God bless you. Good day. So, Deanna, you want to say something to encourage the people about the meltdown that you had the other day?
So, to start, I don't know, for me, I hold a lot of things in, and I start talking to my mom more. I know that, I hold a lot of things in, and I think that's what got to me too.
Holding everything in?
Yeah.
And not talking to me about how you was feeling and what's going on and being stressed out.
Yeah, and I think that's really what brought down my meltdown and my cycle. I'm just really emotional at this point, okay? I'm very, very emotional. It's like a bottle of emotions.
Yeah.
All over.
Right.
But we're getting through there. We're getting in there.
Yeah.
Figuring out stuff to do.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Be encouraged, huh? Stay focused, and we gonna get through it. Ciao.